what made you start the website and the podcast? Why? Because when I was done taking the LSAT, I didn't want to have anything to do with it again. I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to talk about it. You have immersed yourself in it. What made you do that?
It's a great question. I definitely never saw myself doing this, especially when I first looked at logic games and totally bombed them. I was a poli-sci major, so this was not my natural next step was to become like a standardized test person. But I had been tutoring some other subjects like the SAT, the ACT, et cetera. And then I considered law school because I was a poli-sci major. I was interested in politics and whatnot. And I gradually over time became obsessed with the LSAT. I just really wanted to master it because I wanted to go to a top law school. And so very slowly over the course of a year, I brought my scores from the mid 150s or low 150s, which is kind of like the average score, all the way up to a 175, which is a 99th percentile score. And through that grueling process, I did every exam ever released. I used every LSAT book I could find. And I slowly managed to change my way of thinking to become more analytical, more critical, more skeptical, and take that mindset. And once I did that, I found I was in a position that few people are, which is really having a deep understanding of the LSAT. And I'm in New York. There's a lot of people here who want to go to top law schools. There's a big market for standardized testing. And so I figured, well, I've tutored other things. I know the LSAT. I could tutor this also. And over time, I found that I was really good at it and I enjoyed it. And I figured, you know what? This is becoming something. Why not delay law school for a bit? And then I started the website to share my knowledge and make some blog posts and articles to reach people who maybe couldn't afford tutoring or maybe reach a wider audience. And it just kind of built from there. And now with the internet growing along the way with YouTube and podcasts and all these other things as well, it's like blogs, it's like I can just build more and more and put it out for free. And like you're doing with your podcast as well, Arash, like you're reaching a much larger audience than you ever would have expected, I imagine as well.